What's up, all me Ewoks, Trolls, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as Star Wars Girl, and in today's video, we are once again going to be talking about She-Hulk, but we are more specifically going to be talking about how the writer of She-Hulk, Miss Jessia Gao, I've done plenty of videos on this woman, about how she admits in an article about how her main goal is cutting corners and saving money. No wonder the show is as bad as it is. But guys, before we get into that, my channel is Hardcore Shadow Bent here on YouTube. So every single like, share, comment really helps out my channel fighting the pesky YouTube algorithms. And if you guys haven't yet, maybe take a minute, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all, that way you actually get notifications when I post videos and live streams. And now that that's out of the way, let's get on to the topic. All right, guys, so I have this article pulled up, and this will be linked down below in the description of this video. Anytime I show you guys something up on my screen, it will be linked down below, as well as every single She-Hulk video that I have done is linked below. There is also a playlist here on my channel if you guys would like to go check those out, as well as one for all of my reviews of She-Hulk. Now, take in mind, this show only has 9 episodes in this first season, and as far as world building and storytelling, yes, they already have a decade worth of Marvel movies to lean back on, but for this character in this show, there's nothing. There's nothing there. They just introduced the bad guy, not in the last episode, but the episode before, and it's like, you have, well, now 2 episodes left. What are you going to do in 2 episodes? The entire thing has been building up, and especially considering their first episode was supposed to be their 8th episode. They were going to wait until the 8th episode to show her origin story, and then they're like, oh wait, some people, don't read comics. Some people, maybe they're young kids that can't read yet, but they, watch TV and stuff like that. Maybe we should, I don't know, explain to them who this character is and how she became She-Hulk. I don't know, maybe in the first episode, kind of introducing you to this character. Isn't that crazy idea for a pilot? But no, that they're like, oh no, let's have that be the 8th episode, and then let's like shoehorn all of this stuff in. It's just, when you hire incompetent people, you get, this dumpster fire shit show. So the fact that it says the incredible Jessia Gao, it's like, yeah, I get it. You guys are trying to play off of Incredible Hulk. There is nothing, well, I mean, I was going to say there's nothing incredible about this one, but that's not true. She's incredibly good at making incredibly bad decisions and a television show. So this whole article is kind of going off on, or not going off on, but like going and explaining about her and how, she's writing, She-Hulk. She wrote for Rick and Morty. She's doing this other thing and how it's different. But then at the end, they have like a little snippet of her talking about certain things. So like they talk about how she was an artist and how she got a degree as an artist. And she's like, actually, it's not for me. Imagine going and getting a degree for something and paying all that money to get a degree in something and be like, no, I'm going to go do something completely different. Talk about privilege. But and this is somebody that has gone and dealt with misogynistic internet trolls. That's just code for, oh, you cannot take criticism. You have to blame everything on misogyny. It's like, you don't see men that are getting criticized going, like when Christopher Nolan got a lot of criticism for Tenet, which I typically like Christopher Nolan movies. I did not like Tenet. I thought that was hours of my life that I will never get back. And this is a huge stretch comparing Jessia Gao to Christopher Nolan. But I mean, he doesn't go around saying that his fans are, what would that be, misandry or sexist or anything. Men don't typically blame sexism for their shortcomings. Men will take it like a champ, right? And people that are respectable do not blame sexism or their sexual orientation or their gender or anything like that, or their race. Usually professional people will just, they'll take criticism and they'll be so, or sometimes they won't take criticism. They'll just say, they won't say anything like, oh, you're racist, sexist, any of that. They'll just say, oh, well, you weren't smart enough to understand it, which, is insulting on all forms. But they don't ever, I've never seen a man stoop to saying something like this. It's always, anytime a woman is getting criticized, they always go, oh, it's misogyny. I could have never possibly done anything wrong, right? They're incapable of doing anything wrong. It's always misogyny. But so this goes into talking about her, and this is basically an article praising her and like the ground that she walks on. But then you get down here to this little snippet, which I was reading this and I was like, oh my gosh, what on earth? So I want to see characters who feel lived in and not like TV people. That's literally all she's created. All this feels like is people that do not live in the real world, that live in this make-believe weird, I mean, I wouldn't even say fantasy world, because who the fuck fantasizes about this shit? It's terrible. It's like you're in the Matrix and the Matrix is broken. And I've said this before, if you guys have ever seen those videos of like AIs that write scripts and like they try to interpret what they think humans are like, and it's just bizarro land. That's all this is. You haven't made it feel like TV people. You haven't made it feel like reality. You've made it feel like bizarro world. And let's continue. And I love anytime I get to see a new perspective, a new background I haven't seen before. We can have shows that are really focused on telling very specific stories, and it's allowing people to discover that specificity actually makes things feel more universal and relatable, because it feels more true and real. That's the stuff that makes me really excited. It's funny that she says like this is the stuff that she likes and this is the stuff that she wants, even though she has not done that at all. And She-Hulk, she hasn't done that once. She hasn't made anything relatable. She hasn't brought anything in with that, you know, presents a different perspective. It's all this way or the highway, even when that way doesn't make any fucking sense. But here is the cherry on top, guys. It says right here, when Gao dons her producing supersuit, though, that's a different story. There's a part of me that starts thinking more pragmatically, Gao says, laughing. Like, how many backgrounds is this going to use? What's the cheaper way of doing this joke? Is this going to be a nightmare to try to shoot? Those are the kinds of things you start thinking about. Okay, so right off the bat, she's cutting corners. Like, how many backgrounds? Is this going to be a nightmare to shoot? It's like, homegirl, you have millions of fucking dollars. Shouldn't your main focus be on telling a good story? And hey, if you actually read these She-Hulk comics, that they all, again, they love to name drop John Byrne. It's like, oh, one of the most famous comic book writers ever. Oh my God, one of the most beloved comic book writers ever. Oh my gosh, you know John Byrne's name? Oh, who told you John Byrne's name? Oh yeah, did you read that in your little like promo script? Oh, how funny how that works, right? Because if you actually read any of John Byrne's work, I mean, some of the most funny She-Hulk comics are literally just her in her apartment, like on the phone with the thing. Like that Christmas one, I'll never forget reading that one. It's fucking hilarious. And yeah, there's like celebrity, you know, I guess you wouldn't really say celebrity, but like in like the cameo kind of thing, like with Magneto showing up and all that shit. Like, it's great. It's funny. But I mean, a lot of the time it's just, you would have to deal with the CG aspect of it, but just She-Hulk living her life. You could actually do this show, and I've said this many times, if you really wanted to do a sitcom style show where it's like just everyday life. Again, look at Frasier with Frasier Crane and Niles Crane and how they're respectable psychiatrists and they get themselves into trouble every single episode. If you actually read the comics, you could see how she gets herself into trouble and she's also fighting bad guys. But if you really wanted to do a sitcom and like try to keep it away from like the Avengers life and all of that stuff, and then, you know, have when she actually does that stuff in the movies and save that for that, have every single episode start off with her like walking in and be like, I need to take a shower, and like throwing off her She-Hulk costume and like, you know, obviously, you know, using humor and like, you know, joke tactics and stuff like that, like in Austin Powers where he's walking around naked but there's stuff like blocking it. Have her running through her apartment, like transforming like between She-Hulk and Jen, taking off her super suit, being like, oh my God, I had a case, I have to go to my case, and like she's freaking out because she's got, I don't know, some kind of alien like germs or juice or I don't know, blood on her, and she's like, how do I get this off? And she's using all the cleaning supplies, and like every single episode have her running through the door and like she's got to get ready because she's late for, you know, a court date or something, or a hearing or a meeting with a client. That would be a funny tactic because you know that she just, you know, fought off the bad guys and she's doing like, oh, there's universe stuff, but then she's like, but I got to do all everyday stuff. Like there's the big gigantic picture, but then there's the everyday picture that keeps like the lights on and the bills paid, and you know, it's something that she likes doing. And there's your sitcom right there. You want to save money? You want to not worry about how to shoot it and backgrounds and budget. Oh my God, it's like creativity really matters in this. And, you know, oh my gosh, it's almost like if you've ever watched a comedy and you can take notes from all of those, you know, comedic things that I just pointed out. I referenced Frasier and Austin Powers. Those aren't like unheard of things. If you actually watched fucking TV or movies, you would know that. And it's not that hard to do. It's not, I just pulled that out of my ass like what, a couple weeks ago, and I've been reiterating it in videos because that's a really easy way to, you know, show that there is the bigger picture going on, but you are trying to show the everyday life things. Like they always reference her doing laundry. We haven't seen her do laundry once. That could be a funny ongoing joke where she's like, oh my God, I just had to kill all these aliens and I can't get their blood off my favorite pair of shoes. And it's like every episode, have that be a reoccurring thing where it got in her favorite pair of shoes and she's like scrubbing it and she has all of these cleaning supplies and she's going, like her and her friend as they're talking, oh, we have to get this case file and all of this stuff working, like they're at a cleaning supply place and she's like every single episode, like just have that in the background, like she's always looking for intense cleaning supplies to how she can get, you know, stains or like blood or damage or rubble and stuff out of it. Make it always something ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. Like, and her friends look at her like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like some, I don't know, alien thing, some interdimensional being or something, or I don't know, some mutant shit. Like that would be fucking funny. That would be a good ongoing joke for a sitcom show. But I don't know. Have her like every single cleaning supply store in the city, or you could just do one, kind of like how in Frasier they always go to Cafe Nervosa. Have her go to like this one cleaning supply store, and she's got like, I don't know, a little old man who like knows everyone, and he's like, I got this new stuff in from Switzerland, and it should be good. It should get all this stuff out, and then she tries it and like epically fails. That would be a great ongoing joke. That would be a funny little original character that they could create that would just be there in every episode, and that would be a funny ongoing thing where you don't have to worry about all the CG of her as She-Hulk. Just have her be She-Hulk in the beginning. Maybe there's something that's going to happen, like a guy asking her out on a date, and right in the middle of the date she gets like beeped from SHIELD or the president or something like that. That would be funny. She has to call, like she gets a call from the fucking president and she's like, hi, Mr. President. Yes, I'll be there right away. And she's got to like leave her date to go be She-Hulk. And you don't have to show any of it. Just have her like have to go, and then the next scene be like the bad guys or the friend or something else happening, and then she shows up and she's like, and then they'll be like, oh, can you talk about it? No, I can't talk about it. It's top secret. Oh my gosh, it's almost as if you are actually looking for ways to cut corners, I literally just explained how to do it. And I'm not getting paid millions of dollars. I'm literally doing this woman's job for fucking free. It's just, it's mind-blowing how dumb these people are, and the fact that they can't think about it. This isn't my job, and I can come up with a solution to this. But she goes on and does articles or, you know, interviews bragging about how I can cut corners and how this is going to be a nightmare to shoot. It's like, it probably wouldn't be if you had an ounce of creativity in you. Sorry about that. I know that was a little long-winded of a rant, but this just irritates the ever-living shit out of me because I really like this character and you could do so much, and the absolute wasted potential, it irritates me to my fucking core. And it's just mind-blowing how you can have millions of dollars and this is what they come up with. It's like, holy fucking shit. Like, the bar is set so goddamn low that this abomination gets made. Yes, pun was 100% intended there. But anyways, guys, I'm tired of talking about this. Let me know what you guys thought about all of this down below in the comment section. If you guys agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know as well. And guys, what would you do if you had a sitcom where you were writing She-Hulk? What would you do? And I guarantee you, everyone that comments and letting me know what you guys would do, I guarantee you all of it would be better than the shit that they've been doing. And all of you guys aren't getting paid millions upon millions of dollars by Marvel. It's just mind-blowing. Fans are actually creative. Fans actually care about the characters, and fans would make something better. This woman is not a fan. As much as she wants to lie about it, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Anyways, everyone, I'll get on to a whole nother rant. So guys, if you liked this video, please smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. And if you haven't already, maybe take a minute, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell for notification, make sure that that bell is set for all, that we actually get notifications when I post videos and live streams. And guys, my channel is Hardcore Shadow Band, so every single single like, share, comment really, really helps on my channel fighting the pesky YouTube algorithms. And with that being said, guys, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much again for supporting my channel and my content. And if you guys would like to support me further, my cosplay calendar, my gamer edition cosplay calendar is live still now on Indiegogo for a limited time only. We were very, very successful in the campaign, and we are currently in demand. In demand is only going to be up for a limited time only, so be sure to go check it out before we take this down. And guys, once again, thank you so much for this. If you guys want to go and back this campaign, the link is down below in the description of this video, and make sure that you guys check it regularly, because I do add updates on there and more photos are coming soon. So thank you, guys. And last but not least, guys, I have a Twitch that I am trying to go. I am at 5.7k followers right now, and I'm trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. So if you guys haven't gone and followed me over on Twitch, go and do so now. The link is in the description of this video. I play a lot of games on here like Elden Ring and KOTOR, so go check it out if you haven't already. And that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.